Think about Swedish history and heritage. Who are the Swedish peoples? What comes to mind when you think about Swedish people? You know, blonde, blue-eyed girls, white Europeans, the Viking warriors of old, Viking ships. Well, hold on to your hats, because your worldview is about to be shaken. We now have new evidence. Apparently, the first Swedes were black, with blue eyes. You heard me correct. Not blonde white Europeans, no. The first Swedes were black. The Swedish state-owned TV channel SVT is airing a new history program titled The First Swedes. And this is the trailer image for the film. Keep in mind that everyone in Sweden are forced to pay for this state-owned TV channel. It doesn't even matter if you have a TV or if you don't watch TV at all. Everyone over 18 and who has taxable income are forced to pay the TV tax in Sweden. The Swedes are literally forced to pay for having propaganda shoved down their throats. The state comes, takes your hard-earned cash and use it to push the propaganda down into your throat. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because if you refuse to pay, well then the state monopoly on use of force comes and forces it to force you to pay in some form of or other. So about this new history film, The First Swedes, here's what they write. Quote, about 11,000 years ago, a few people pull up a leather canoe on the beach. When they set up camp for the night, they get a shock. All of a sudden they meet strangers, hunters that does not look like them. They themselves are dark-skinned with blue eyes, but the newly arrived people have pale skin and brown eyes. This is how it could have happened when Scandinavia got Europe's most diverse population in the Stone Age. Unquote. Just wow! This is every leftist's dream. I mean, wow. Black people were in Sweden first. Then the white hunters came and mixed with the black population, giving Sweden the most diverse population. The propaganda is strong in this one. So they claimed, according to new DNA evidence, the first Swedes were dark-skinned and had blue eyes. They were the first pioneers that settled in Sweden. The first Swedes! Then later on, white people came from the area of Russia from the east and started populating Sweden in the second wave of pioneers. According to Birgitte Skar, there is no indication of fights between the two groups, and geneticists think that the black people and the white people very quickly blended together. Within a few hundred years, Sweden gets Europe's most diverse population genetically. Yes. Then they claim a third migration wave happened with people from central Turkey and Middle East migrate to Sweden, bringing knowledge of farming to Sweden. You know, the whole point of this propaganda film is that the Swedish are a diverse, multicultural people and have been since the beginning of time, being a mix of black, white and Middle Eastern people. That's now apparently turned into blonde, blue-eyed Swedes. That's our ancestors. So, were the Vikings black now? Is that what they're trying to say or something? You know, you really can't make this up. A few years ago, this was just a meme. Now they're claiming it's actual history. Sweden, yes. They're trying to erase our history and making up new history. This is blatant racism. Imagine if they claimed this about Africans, saying that African ancestors were in fact white. They would rightly be uproar about it. This is propaganda that's made by leftists. 8 out of 10 people who work at the state-owned TV channel vote for the Green Party. Yeah, the same Green Party that has this hippie culture minister. Many Swedes who watch this TV channel and have high trust in them. In fact, in 2017, 73% of the Swedish people had high trust in the news channel. 73%! One thing that should be worth to note is that this is the same own TV channel that has been several times found guilty of bias against conservatives, no surprise there. You can bet that this new history film is going to be swallowed up by many Swedes as being fact, when in fact it is a propaganda piece to further the leftist agenda of mass migration and multiculturalism. Because if Swedish ancestors are in fact a mix of black, white and Middle Eastern people, then why should we stop people from Africa and the Middle East migrating here today? You know, they just have as much right to come here as the Swedes do now. After all, we are the same people as them. If the Swedes, if people in Sweden were a mixed group of people living together, then of course they should be all welcome here today. Africans, Middle Eastern people, all are Swedes. Everyone wins. When you think about it, this is globalist propaganda. They claim the first Swedes were globalists. They came from all over the world and settled in Sweden, paving the way for brainwashing people into thinking that this should be done today, to make people ignore all the problems we have in Sweden right now with soaring crime and people who refuse to integrate to society. This video is painting up the first Swedes as migrants originally from Africa coming to Sweden as pioneers, trying to do away with the fact that Swedes are in fact a distinct group of people, part of the Germanic people. Sweden has a unique cultural heritage that should be celebrated. We are white Europeans, and there is no shame in saying that. We aren't from Africa, and that is the beauty of diversity on Earth. We can go to Africa and experience African culture, meet the people there. We can go to Asia, experience Asian culture and the people who live there. We can go to Europe, experience European culture and the people who live in Europe. That should be celebrated. That's beautiful. That is true diversity. Why would anyone be against that? What do you think about this, guys? Make sure to leave your comment below, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and give this video a like if you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Head over to my website petersweden.com and sign up to my email list to get all the latest news, independent news, uncensored news. So make sure to sign up there, and also if you want to support my work, it's highly appreciated. Head over to my donate page, because I need your help, guys. The mainstream media are not up to the job. They've got billions in funding. I've only got you guys. So if you want to support my work at all, that is highly appreciated. You can support me on Patreon, where you can do a monthly donation and get different rewards as well, depending on how much you want to support me with, and get access to exclusive posts. Or you can do a one-time donation on GoFundMe if you'd rather do that. Anything is highly appreciated and helps me keep going and producing quality content like this for you guys. Thanks so much. And now a huge thank you to my special Patreon supporters. I couldn't have done this without you. I really appreciate your help, guys.